Oh.
Hey, happy Saturday to no one. Actually, to
Hey,
Nomad
Nomad.
Homad. Hey, how's it going? Saturday, we're walking down Western, trying to stay away from signal issues today. A lot of them are a lot going on downtown. You might have seen on the news. Happy Pride. We're really excited for tomorrow, actually, to go to the parade. I forgot what time the parade starts, though. We should probably put the
Tomorrow?
yeah. We should probably
11.
yeah. We'll put
Is
the
there
page up.
an actual parade or is it just.
There was last year, remember?
Yeah. Well, I think there's like music.
No, there was a really slow parade. Hey,
Hey,
Kasepi.
Giuseppe. Sorry.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. No, yeah, Nomad. We wanted to go downtown and we wanted to go to like, you know,
Support the
show our
team.
support, but we're just gonna end up running into signal issues, and I know that's a real shitty
Excuse.
reason to not go, but also like, I don't know.
It's a really kind of important part of this city, actually, is its protesting.
The really gross thing about this, and this is probably the last time I'll mention it, is like, if you just were watching any live streams last night on YouTube, the comments are just full of the most filthy, just like display of hatred for people. Like, I just don't understand why people hate like people that live in another state. San Diego. You know, like people really truly despise California, and we're like cheering it on, and I'm like, how could you willingly cheer on this type of activity going on? And it's just the age old tale that has prevailed throughout history of the rich billionaires convincing the common man that the problem has to do with fucking migrants, and it's just infuriating that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years can pass and we're still falling prey to the same old tactics. Like, why would you just be in a chat room spewing hate? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, hey DC. Happy Saturday. We are in Koreatown. But yesterday we were downtown. We must have left like it
Don't
looked
get
like
too close to Paramount.
yeah, Paramount is where they're riding. Not Paramount
I
Studios,
was gonna
Paramount
say,
the
let's
city.
go.
I don't even really know where Paramount is. Somewhere southeast of Los Angeles. So I really would have liked to have gone, but signal. Always the signal. I just want to pull out a little bit. But it was quite lively last night, actually, and it was kind of cool to see the people coming up against the federal government. This is why people don't like California.
What? Sidewalk eating?
Uh-huh. It's all the sidewalk tables. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Happy Saturday. Also, there's chick-lit I keep finding. I forget who makes the chick-lit, but it's like
Chicle?
chick-lit. It's a little tiny religious comic book that gets passed out. And the title of it was Poor Revolutionary. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday, or the day before. I kind of went down on a downward spiral. Not downward spiral, but what do you call it? Rabbit hole. where I looked at how poor people, revolutionaries actually made change. You know, we can start with the French Revolution. I'm sure there was something before there, but even in California, we have a history of protest. The Chicano March, one of the first student walkouts.
I just look at those comments in the YouTube. You know, like last night we were watching a couple live streamers,
Right.
and the comments are just. It's just like,
So,
how sad is it that they have fallen prey to this?
well, so here's the thing. Why are those local live streamers, who we won't name, allowing that kind of commentary in their streams?
Because it's engagement for them. It's more engagement, and they don't give a shit.
You.
Thanks, Kesapi. We'll do our best.
It's hard not to when we have these little robots standing by, waiting to deliver our food and take our jobs. Wow, we're really not that down today. I'm happy. It's a pretty sunny day. There's a lot of shit going on in Los Angeles.
Well, when you
some of
have
which I'm
certain
proud
things
of.
happening, you know, in your own backyard, there is such a thing as like toxic positivity, you know, like, and I know we try our best to like keep things positive and bright in this channel, but sometimes you gotta like face reality, and sometimes reality is not sunshine and
Well,
rainbows.
I try to portray Los Angeles in a positive light, even though it has a lot of historical challenges and current challenges
As you can see.
that we can see all the time. But a lot of cities have problems. I think our problems are easier to see because this city has had the spotlight on it for the better part of the 20th century. This was last century's city we're living in. I wonder what this century's city is. Dubai.
It just blows my mind that like people can't see through the facade, like, or people just still can't accept the fact that it's us versus the fucking millionaires and billionaires. Like that's it. That's all this is. Huh?
Language.
Oh. Sorry, I'm just passionate about it. But like that's it. Those billionaires and millionaires are not putting money back into the infrastructure. They're not putting money back into education.
They're not
They're literally
giving
just
the money.
They're literally just hoarding so much money, incomprehensible amounts of money. The common person can't comprehend a million, right? So imagine a billion. Imagine billions. And then you're gonna sit and you're gonna point the finger at someone that's working hard and doing their best to provide for their family. Anyways, should probably stop there because I'll keep going.
I'm pretty happy to
I'm
live in
going.
California. Proud to live in California for the most part. Again, we have a lot of issues. We're a huge state. A homeless problem. Current mayor. Just really kind of gross that we're spending all this money in taxes and it's going nowhere. But it is a beautiful day here.
Think about how much money those federal agents are getting paid to just stand around and intimidate people with AKs in their hands or whatever the F they are.
But
Sorry,
also,
I wanna swear a lot
also the
because this
federal,
shit
also
really
the
is
federal
annoying.
government is on the verge of taking away
Hey, Mark.
people's Medicare. Hey, Mark. You know, that's kind of a big deal too. Like that big booty bill is only good for the rich. And I don't know why people don't see that. I kind of love the fight between the president and Elon.
Hey, that was a Lego on the floor. Shout out to She Clicks Bricks.
We saw Lego. She doesn't really use a lot of Legos though. Right, and it's weird to see our kind of, it looks like our military's in the streets, and it's weird because LA citizens have such a tough history with LAPD. You know, LAPD has not been very kind to some citizens.
Well, not only that, but the rampant gangs that are flourishing, let's say, within
We're
the
going full
LAPD.
force political today. It's political Saturday. Did the LA, like what I kind of saw, I stopped paying attention at some point last night. We actually tried to go out last night. Fridays are not what they used to be, I will tell you. They are not. We went somewhere to a club in our neighborhood, right? Not quite in our neighborhood, in Silver Lake. And they played on the dance floor on a Friday night Jump by Van Halen, the Cranberries, and people danced. I love the Cranberries. Not so much Van Halen for some reason, but
I love the Cranberries too, but I was looking for more of like electronic music, boom boom, boom boom, four to the floor,
right, something that
could dance.
yeah, there's no dancing music. It's tough not to be a little political. KFC. We're probably gonna go to H Mart or that little mall at the end by Wilshire and
Get some kebabs.
get some kebabs.
Some meat sticks. Should we go for it? I think
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yeah, look at that. Everything's coming up walk signal. Well, I think back to politics for a second. I know we try to steer clear of it a lot, but I think that it's a disservice to not talk about it at all.
I'd ignore it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some pretty disgusting comments. I've seen stuff like, us patriots should infiltrate the protesters and relay the information back to ICE. Like, how much of a fucking, bootlicker do you have to be?
Well, people are asswipes
I thought
all
that
around
was the
in
party of
comments.
small government, and like,
People, somebody like wrote on a short, like comment was R.I.P. L.A. Well, I kind of deleted it. Maybe I should have left it up. I forgot what their name was.
you should have responded to it. Yeah, so dead. I mean, if you really want to talk about it, yeah, there is a sense of decay, but it's not exclusive to Los Angeles. It's kind of the whole United States.
I think though, what I found most surprising is I get comments about LA being unalive, usually when I'm downtown, which we're usually on empty streets, in downtown. So I kind of get why somebody would say it, but like your mom might have told you, or someone's mom might have told you, you don't have anything nice to say. STFU. My mom never said that.
Well, it's also though what I've noticed, like, okay, we were watching a streamer last night who we won't name, but they drive around, and a lot of the comments are just like, LA is the biggest open air mental hospital. Oh, this is such a bad area to be in. Oh, you're in such danger right now, and I really gotta like, I feel it in my gut that these people do not live here. They've never lived here, and all that they know about Los Angeles and California is what they're reading or listening to on
Fox News,
no, what's that other one?
News
Fox,
Nation,
yeah, Fox News Point
Newsmax,
Two.
Newsmax, I think. Oh, look at that cool little Volkswagen up there, all painted. No one knows. Hey, hey, Veggie. Thank you guys so much. I want to take a second while we're on this really unfun block. I'm kidding. It's a great block. To thank my members. I just did a video last week. I want to give it a nice background so you can kind of see your.
Oh, you don't play the video anymore?
No, I have to change the members all the time when someone leaves or we add someone. I had to add Kara, Kyra, Kira, and I couldn't use that movie anymore, and I didn't want to make a movie in Wondershare to then export. I hate doing that. Thanks. We've been officially in Koreatown for a few. Just want to check out this mural over here. We walk around here all the time. We bought that Korean mural zine from that guy and have never fully explored it. It actually wasn't quite as informative as I would have liked it to be, but it was definitely a neat piece to buy off the street. An independent publisher. PF. There we go. So this has changed names in the time. I've gotten a treat here before. It was pretty good. I don't know why, but like a weird hot dog and a fake croissant sounds really good to me right now. The Paris baguette specialty. Woo! It's our favorite Aura Aura dessert cafe. I think we have like a pretty solid group of chatters for the most part, though, and don't run into
No,
a lot
I was gonna say after watching some of the streamers last night, like how their feeds are, you know, you can tell that they just kind of let the chats. You know, and I'm not saying that we're here to censor everyone. We're not. Right? There's a way to communicate without shitting on the place someone lives. There's a way to communicate that's open and actually allows for you to learn something or, you know, gain insight. And then, but most of it is just, you know.
Well, that's the problem nowadays, that people get
Trash.
so set in their opinion and ways that they don't, they put the table back out
So
at
we always
$9.99
say,
pizza.
like, this chat is welcome for anyone. You don't have to be, you know, you don't have to love California. You don't have to necessarily love LA, but you should try to at least be respectful. And
what's worse to me than that, because there wasn't very many, there were like really stupid comments for sure about Mexico, about Mexicans, and they were really super small-minded and insulted. But when the fires were happening, the commentary was pretty horrible, I think.
I saw one comment that said, LGBT. No, it was LGBTQ during the fires, and that was actually kind of funny. Like in a not really funny, but you know what I mean.
Clever in a
Clever,
redneck way.
clever, but like I've never heard that before.
That shh. Thanks.
Well, newsflash for all the Mexico haters: this used to be Mexico, so you can eat my shorts.
Dark humor, that's a good way to call it.
Exactly.
And it sounds like something a really bitchy queen. Oh my god.
Sorry, Kesapi, we were just reading your comment.
Right, yeah, and that's
That's a
why I said,
lot.
oh my god, congrats. Congrats. I think I was one of the first 4,000 to like it.
Don't forget
I think
us. No, I'm just kidding.
by the time I got to it, it already had like 1,700 views. I'm
Thanks for looking out, Mary.
making that number up. Yeah, I don't think my shins can take many scooter bumps this summer.
I thought you were gonna take that tour bus.
I kind of imagine myself riding that tour bus, and I kind of wish I did.
But then it rained that day, so
But
maybe
yeah,
not.
I would have had to go downstairs. But it would have been nice to have been on the top, where you could get like a not 360 view, but a full left to right view. So where we're ultimately heading is to that
H Mart.
green
Area.
glass building across from the street.
Huh?
Well, that's where H Mart is. It's across the street from that green glass building almost. You see that building? The tall building.
Oh.
That's where H Mart is. Who is that?
Who's what?
That face. Does anybody know who that is?
It's just like one of those, you know.
Yeah, but it looks like somebody from.
Like, remember the Obey or
Yeah.
Baby's Face has a posse? It's just like one of those.
Baby's back?
No.
Baby's got back?
No. One of those, like, copycats. Andre the Giant.
Ah, but it looks like
Okay.
it's somebody, though. We're on Western Dale. Hey,
Welcome, Dale.
welcome. And if it's your first time here, feel free to do this. The algorithm loves that. And therefore, it gives us a little
We
love.
need to appease the machines.
So it feels like a hug. A real life human hug. Ooh. That's what the inside of a mattress looks like.
Thanks for joining us, Dale.
We're more or less in K-Town, Koreatown. Not too close to any of the protests, mostly because
The signal doesn't do well with crowds, so we're still trying to work that around, or else we would be there.
I think in a couple months, we'd probably get a better signal. We are working towards that. That is so awesome, 900 subs. Congratulations on that as well. It's amazing.
Well, we're happy to have you, Dale. Welcome.
I gotta get me one of those 5 million shorts views. We have 13 seconds to cross the street. 10, 9. Well, thanks for joining and thanks for chatting, Dale. We are on about 4 times a week. Usually not Saturdays, but I have a members portion of the channel, and I usually put a members video out on Tuesday, but it took me 2.5 hours to film, which isn't really that long, and I didn't use film. But 2.5 hours to shoot, and then it took me like 2 days to edit.
Oh, I know. Giuseppe, my fingers are so big that I am constantly making typos.
Oh, I write stupid stuff all the time. You know what I really discovered recently is that if I don't look at the keyboard when I text, just let my fingers glide over it and imagine a blackberry, like I almost make no mistakes. It's when I look at it that there's a couple words I always spell wrong. Sunset, which I type a lot, obviously. I always type subset.
Hey, Mary. Sorry, I can't.
Hey, Marie.
Yes. Thank you so much, Marie. We appreciate that.
We are literally away from the crowds, away from the gay pride crowd, and away from the ICE protesters on Western. So this city is full of people right now. We're just not in the most full of people spot, so we could have this excellent, clear 5,500 kbps signal courtesy of the T-Mobile LTE network. Oh my gosh. I think I've got, well, my shorts are just a vibe. I'm not trying to tell a story. But I think I kind of got a way to do that in under 2 hours. However, I don't have 5 million views, so maybe I should.
Well, you're also not posting 10-minute videos.
Oh no. No, I think he was talking about, oh yeah, 10-minute videos. I try, like when I make one of those long videos, to shoot everything in order. So when I put it back together, I don't have to pay attention. I would love to do it as one long take, but there were parts of the tour bus that were just a snooze fest because the traffic is so bad and you just end up sitting at a light. So it required some editing, and also those tour buses are really, it was fun, but it wasn't 100% accurate, the stuff he spit out. So I felt it was my duty to you guys to like point out stuff. Yeah.
Fact check.
To make it like a pop-up video. And because I was sitting next to him, the tour director, tour guide.
You couldn't stop your bantering?
No, well, I felt like I couldn't really like turn to the right and film out the window because, so I added some extra pictures. The pictures were pictures that we could never have seen of the house on that bus. I wish I had the kind of videos that I could throw into like one of those things that would add fun captions and highlights in 20 seconds like you see all over like your Instagram ads. Get this and you'll get millions of viewers overnight.
Do that?
Everything does that. It doesn't work with my videos because I'm not having a conversation. We've been watching them paint this for months. I think it's finally finished. Really came out pretty beautiful, actually. Sure. Right? It's mostly just the experience of being on the boat, which doesn't always translate to great video, or being on the bus, which also doesn't translate. That guy also, there were moments that he didn't talk because the curves and the hills were so crazy. Here's a little message for you today. Go outside and take action with others in person.
Oh God! Out of here! 200 yards. That's an 8-iron.
There's lots of really cool art and graffiti here. Obviously, excuse me, this is not one of them, but it's highly legible. Love yourself. There's the artistry. It's not for artists, by the way.
You have a lighter? One lighter.
I don't, man.
I got a joke for you.
I do.
It's not really a joke, but
Here.
there was a guy on his deathbed.
Uh-huh.
His wife is sitting right next to his bedside, and the doctor comes in, and the doctor tells the wife, "Ma'am, your son has, or not your son, but your husband has stage 4 lung cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, he has a couple more months to live." And the wife replies, "He was so stingy. He was always a stingy man." And the doctor, he's dumbfounded. He doesn't understand what having stage 4 lung cancer has to do with being stingy.
Uh-huh.
And he asked the wife, he says, "Ma'am, can you tell me why you think he's stingy? What does that have to do with having stage 4 lung cancer?" She replied, "He never shared his cigarettes with anyone.
Uh-huh.
If only he would have shared his cigarettes, he wouldn't have the lung cancer."
I don't know about that.
Nah, he never shared a cigarette in his life.
It's always the second hand.
Never shared a cigarette in his life.
Have a good one, man.
Always share. Hey, Focus. Sorry, we were listening to that joke. I thought it was gonna get dirty.
Me too. I was anticipating like
Any joke
some
about a wife
crazy...
and a doctor. Yeah, we kind of decided to not go down there because I figured we'd have a real crappy signal. I believe they were protesting on Beverly today too, right? Didn't you say that to me?
I thought I saw something.
Oh, thanks, Focused.
We would be there if we could.
Yeah, I would definitely. Huh?
Let's go.
Do you remember where you got the meat stick?
I do.
It literally it was. If we had been downtown when that was happening yesterday, I would have been like 2 blocks away from it. Like I literally walked from 7th Street. We walked by Little Tokyo, like all the way to Union Station, and there's that central prison is behind there. I think that's where they were protesting.
I mean, it's important to document things that are going on.
For
you
sure.
know, good or bad, controversial or not. If we agree on it or we don't, like it's still happening, it's still real. And I think it's kind of important to be documented. I wonder if this place is even open.
Why is it so empty? I've never come here and had it be so empty.
It's this place right here. What kind of skewer do you want? Creamy
Takoyaki.
takoyaki?
Uh-huh.
You know what that is?
Yeah. I want a takoyaki and a Diet Cokie. Please.
Alright. Anything else?
Tornado fries. Want to split a tornado fries? We've been eating so healthy. I'm so in the mood for deep fried crap. Huh?
Should we just get a skewer?
Yeah, and fries. Yeah, that's great.
I want fries too.
Uh-huh. And Diet Coke. Should I go grab a seat?
It's in the corner.
Mm. Oh. Excellent view. That's what I always think about. Is imagine if people were like live streaming 30 years ago or 40 years ago. I love being able to find those videos of like Los Angeles in the 1920s. So I've never been to this place before, but Joe has. I think it's called Costeet. Hey, Cariopolis, how are you? Happy Saturday. We are having a snacking Saturday. We haven't eaten on the stream for a couple days, so we figured we'd grab a bite to eat. We're at the H Mart, which is a little mall on Western and Wilshire, just at the foot of Western and Wilshire. I was kind of hoping this place was closed because we went out last night. Oh my gosh, you know what's really cool? You have the Monterey Bay jellyfish live cam, which is pretty cool. I think also Los Angeles is a fairly large immigrant community, which is why we protest here. It's also a history of protests. We picked like the most.
Sometimes you have to. How can I say this?
Break some eggs to make an omelet.
Well, sometimes you can't just be peaceful and docile. Like that would be like thinking that Stonewall was not, they were throwing bricks. Like sometimes you have to get loud.
Let's Get Loud. It's your favorite J-Lo song, right? We're not even eating at the Paris Baguette, but they're getting so much screen time on YouTube right now. We really are sitting in the worst spot.
Why?
I don't know, because there's no.
I know, it said
No. There's a music playing out of the TV. I used to get Paris Baguette quite often. They've got some good stuff there. Ooh, hold on. We had a little blooper where the thing switched its whatchamacallit. So if you're just tuning in, what's the name of this place, Joey? What's the name of this place? Do we know? Is it Costeet?
I don't know that actually. Oh yeah, Costeet, JLS2.
Yeah, so we're grabbing something to eat. Right? Hey, Brave Bull. We're not eating there. We are in the H Mart.
Hey, Brave Bull.
I'm so hungry. Actually. We did stay out a little late last night. And I feel like the healthier dinner we have, the hungrier I am the next day. Here, moving up the wall. Okay, there. That's a little better, a little more interesting. You guys can watch people walk by till our food comes. 64, I think it's like 70 something here. 73 on the Mid Wilshire. And it actually is like perfect. Are you looking your weather up?
Nope. I'm just setting
Are you gonna
this up.
type weather into the chat?
No.
No. Let's see what.
Oh, you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you
Maybe.
do it? I thought you put the thing first, no?
Yeah. I think you do put it first. I couldn't remember. Oops. It's exclamation point. Then Webba. The weather is really great today. "71 degrees. The wind is blowing south-southeast at 3 miles per hour. The humidity, though,
My phone says it's 73.
I don't know exactly where. This is just for Los Angeles. We're in mid-Wilshire. It's probably a little hotter. I think that's the general, just Los Angeles. Because when you type the code into the thing, into the Nightbot, you just type Los Angeles. You don't put a
So
specific zip
if
code.
you're just joining us, we're usually walking. This is like the moment of the stream where we're actually stopping and getting something to eat.
Usually,
But we are usually walking in LA, not sitting and eating.
mm-hmm. But we usually get food on Wednesdays. We didn't get it this Wednesday. So we're making up for that today. Oh, Mary. Gardening in the evening is always great. Early, like late afternoon. Or early morning. But definitely get out. We're not going to stay on for too long today. We're going to eat. We're going to walk back up our street. We've got big plans for tomorrow around 11 o'clock. We'll be in Hollywood for Pride. Right?
Yeah.
You sounded like you were...
No, I'm just thinking.
You guys hungry for Paris baguette? We've gone to Hollywood. We've gone to Hollywood Pride twice. Hollywood parades are really terrible. Talk about an editing project. They do have tons of desserts in the Paris baguette. And savory stuff, but tons of desserts. It's very un-Parisian. I think it's maybe Korean Parisian. That's awesome. Be careful, Cariopolis. Crazy stuff is happening downtown, from what I hear. But nothing we Angelinos can't handle. We love Korean food. And snacks. I think I like the food more than the snacks, though. I think we OD'd on Korean snacks during the Korean Snack Taste Challenge. I've really never seen it this empty. Wow. I think I had to cut my intake of salt for the next week from that snack stream. It was really fun trying a lot of those snacks, and we definitely could do a round two. I was working off a list of TikTok snacks, you know? I think we added a couple that were totally our own. Oh, my legs are really ashy. Sorry. I love kimchi, actually. I love any food that's pickled or probiotic. What is that? Oh. But I think like if we were gonna do another like Korean snack challenge, I'd love to give Korea its real dues in pastries and go to like a Korean pastry shop and get some like real traditional Korean pastries to try. We used to have a Chinese French, no, Japanese French bakery in Boston, and I loved it. And my friend, when I lived in Boston, her family owned a German Japanese bakery. I don't know anything about Chinese snacks. Well, actually, I'm sure that's not true. What's a Cambodian snack? What did we get? I forgot. How? What are you looking at? Funyuns. They're gluten free. Like, did they do crazy things with Funyuns, or we're just talking a traditional Funyun? I used to love Funyuns. I used to love Bugles more because you could put them on your finger, like witch fingernails. We got lucky number 7 with our beeper. Hopefully it doesn't go off. Oh my gosh. Perfect timing. I don't eat Funyuns that often, but you know what they remind me of? I'm aiming the camera down so that we can see what we got. Funyuns always remind me of, you know those pinwheel things that you see on the street vendor carts?
Here, I'm gonna zoom in so that they can't see the right. No, I mean the camera.
Oh. That's alright. It's just the charger. And then, boop, boop, boop. Joseph really liked the shrimp chips, actually. That's too close. I think they updated it because it has a couple new moves that it didn't previously have. Alright.
That's good, right?
Yeah. So what do we
really
get?
can't see the potato core, but I want to show it kind of. I'll be back.
So this is like a spiral potato thing.
It's a lot of food, actually.
It's okay. We were gonna get food last night and
You
didn't.
can't see me, can you?
No.
All right,
What did
I'll
you
have
get?
to open up my phone so you can see the comments.
What did you drink? What did you drink?
It's like a cranberry, or no, it's a grapefruit.
Grapefruit what? It's pretty.
Starting to feel like we should have won.
Do you eat this on
No.
the stick? Oh. Sorry. It's okay.
There's like seasoning at the bottom, so when you did that, it fell on my leg. But I think you can eat it like this.
Do you like peel it?
Oh, sure. We have forks. I know, we need to move this though so we can actually eat this.
Oh my god.
Right? Like, I think we need to do a side shot to where this thing is out of the way.
Obviously not healthy choices here.
I'm gonna do this. The charger.
Sorry, we're trying to get the perfect Hitchcock angle. Which one's mine? Do you remember what these all are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's a little closer.
That's the potato. What's it called? Potato thing. One of these is, I got the takoyaki. So this one.
No, that's the sweet chili. You got this one.
Oh. Yeah, it doesn't look as golden. I'm gonna take a bite out of it.
How is it?
It's crunchy and good, but it tastes like a hot dog. I think it might be the mayonnaise.
It tastes like a hot dog?
Mm-hmm. It literally tastes like a hot dog. But I am into this fry thing.
I thought that would be the case.
I mean, I'm not into that. Try it. Take a bite out of it.
I will.
It doesn't look like that should be it, though, because
What do you mean that's what it looks like?
that was just creamy. I said
With the arrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks just like it.
I'm gonna use some of your ketchup. I hope you don't mind.
So I want to find the proper name.
For what?
The potato thing? Let me see if I can find it.
No,
Oh, the
chill
tornado
out.
fries. It's $9.99 for the tornado fries.
It's kind of like reminds me of the fair food, actually.
Oh, those potatoes?
Yep. We got this potato shredded wad at the fair with with like a scoop of dried chili on top of it. Kind of gross, actually, but tasty. I'm gonna have another
and
bite.
then
You want to try this?
I will. And then the skewers were
Chicken skewers.
$13.99 each.
It's not inexpensive.
Definitely not the
The night market.
and I only say that because we usually get skewers there. Thanks, Kesapi. Have a good one.
Oh my
Thanks
gosh,
for
have a
stopping by.
great night. Thank you for watching.
This is good though.
Really?
You haven't had any?
No, I can't drink it.
Yeah, you have. You've had some. Oh wait, of the grapefruit?
Uh-huh. I'm allergic to grapefruit.
That's not true. You can have some, right? You didn't like take it. You didn't take pills this morning. What?
Grapefruit medication, and grapefruit can mess with your cholesterol medication.
I thought it was just like while you're taking it,
Like, unfortunately, take it every day.
I mean,
I really
like,
don't have high
mixing it.
cholesterol.
I mean,
Long
like,
story.
you take the pill and then you drink.
Well, I don't. No, I can't. You can't eat grapefruit at all because it does something to your. I'm gonna try a bite of yours. Oh, maybe when you have had one.
It was good.
It does something to your. I don't know. If it increases, it makes your cholesterol drop.
I thought it just like affected the pills.
Mm-mm. It affects how the pills work. Whoa,
What?
it's a dripper.
I know I need to like take this one.
Let's not let that be the theme for today. I don't want to stain any clothes. I've been waiting for you to take a bite. How is it?
Wait.
Is it saucy?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What's that? Chili sauce.
The chicken is almost cooked in a way that's almost like
Boiled.
right. It reminds me of like pulled pork or something.
Or a hot dog. It reminds me of a hot dog. Mm-hmm. The hugest bite ever. There's like a little curry afterkick to this. That is so good.
Hope my face didn't just show up taking a bite out of that. I think it might have.
So the real hit for me, though, personally, potato tornado.
Really?
Yep. I love the skewers, but it's a lot of stuff on top of stuff. Like, this is just a potato with some Larwe's seasoning salt. It's a classic. Really crispy. Where's your skewer?
In my hand? Remember, there's a delay.
Mm-hmm. Try the sweet chili sauce on it. Potato tornado. Only problem with the potato tornado is it makes you want to take an instant nap.
Really?
That's pretty carby.
Yeah, all of this is.
So, I would definitely come here again. But you gotta realize that skewer is a whole meal. I feel like. It's got so much extra stuff on it that it's kind of like a human. These actually have some kind of batter on them. So maybe it's not as simple as a skewer. I love the fries. In the olden days, people used to get these and walk around downtown and just munch on them all day.
I'm dipping them in the sauce. Both sauces.
Don't let that sauce go to waste. I wonder if this is like QB mayonnaise. It is really mayonnaise. What? The amount of crumbs.
Really made a mess here. That we will need to clean up.
We just paid $10 for a potato on a stick. I think we're fine. I clean up at home.
Huh?
I said I always clean up at home. We always also clean up in the restaurant too. We did make a mess. I don't know what the like strands on the takoyaki were, but they're all over the table. And my dry legs. So good.
Okay. Hold these, because we're gonna need these. Or I'll hold them. Give me 1 second.
bet. Delicious. I haven't seen the chat for a second.
Here, you putting this back on your hat? I'll meet you
I-
out over there.
Okay. Potato tornado was awesome. The sauce was great.
Just don't film me.
Don't film you cleaning up. There's no film. So we got to sit by the cute little fireplace. Boop. POV. I don't know what is for dessert. A nap. Maybe something from here. Like a smoked sausage bread. So, the only thing I really wish that they had here is a croque monsieur, although I could totally eat one of these cookies. But not butter, cream, cheese bread. Do you want to split a cookie? I didn't.
You want to?
Yeah. Well, now I'm not in the front of the cookies, but
Which one?
this pizza cookie. Marry you or bad influence, we are definitely... Sorry, I wanted to pull out. Oh, that grapefruit smells so good.
What are you gonna get?
Want a vanilla chip macadamia nut? This guy?
Okay.
Yeah?
I'll get another one.
Alright, sorry. Why don't you get a pastry? I think this is the only croissant I like from here because you can't taste anything but the almonds. I'm a really picky croissant guy. I didn't look at the beer. Ooh, little. I would really love. I love nothing more than choux pastry and cream puffs. It is dangerous. I'm glad I have the gimbal because I really want the snow bunny cake. It's only 340 calories per slice. I've never bought... Wow. Actually, the pistachio strawberry cake slice. I don't get the strawberry part, but... Look what they got for Pride. A Pride cake. You can taste the rainbow. That's fine. They've got milk. Why don't you get a macaroon? Why don't you get a Pride slice?
Alright. Hello. Can I just get... Look.
I'd like the... Would love the lemon citrus tart. Okay. We sometimes watch this lady make cakes online. Well, I actually watch a bunch of people make cakes online. And just the way they frost them with that rotating like cake stand thing, pretty amazing. We got the vanilla chip macadamia nut cookie. I love macadamia nuts. I think chocolate cake is the cake flavor I like best, Mary.
You want to walk down that way?
We're just making a kind of U-turn.
Here, let me show it. In the sun. It
Look
looks
at
a
that.
lot smaller on camera.
Maybe I
than
should
it
hold it
is.
in my hand because they're the size of Marilyn Monroe's hands. Well, actually, I probably would love pistachio cake also.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, it's very golden. No, I don't know why I said ooh. It's a good cookie. I would say that everything I've had from there is good. Not exceptional. Good. It's delicious. There's a cookie that I get downtown sometimes in the food market, the Grand Hall, the Grand Market. It's $5.25. It is the thinnest, crunchiest cookie. And it's made with browned butter. And there's something that brown butter does just before it caramelizes to a cookie. It's exceptional. Also, hey Felix, I really love me some crunchy cookies. This one is a thick cookie. Here's our friend from earlier. Told us a joke. Sister. That's where we were. The whole thing is called H Mart. I thought H Mart was a store.
No, H Mart is the little market.
But
or
it's
the market.
the whole thing is, hey, how are you? Good. The whole thing is like a mall of food, and then like it has a Miniso in it, which we are Daiso. I've been walking by there for years and never actually wandered into it till very recently.
Oh, that's a cool car.
What, that bus? I
It's
don't.
a Yoshi painted car.
Oh,
Behind the bus, watch, I'll show you. Oh no, it turned. You want to cross? Walk in the shade?
yeah,
The area?
yeah. I hope you don't mind. We're gonna walk on the shady side of the street. I'm afraid I really developed a tan this summer from walking so often. Like when my shoes are off. Hey, LA Unknown. When my shoes are off.
Wait, I
Trader Joe's. It says
Oh.
Trader Joe's has really good French butter
saw
cookies.
Joe.
I love butter cookies. I love shortbread. Also, shortbread is the easiest thing to make. Flour, butter, sugar, vanilla. I made it a couple weeks ago, or months ago actually.
What's the difference between shortbread and shortcake?
One is has a rising agent. One has like baking powder in it.
Do you have the-
I do. I want to try that that ice cream place sometime. Oh, we should not have eaten a cookie. We should have gotten.
I think the ice cream might put me out.
Yeah, I think too. I feel like the concrete absorbs the heat and holds the heat. I did my laundry yesterday morning at like, what time? 8 o'clock? And when I came home later in the afternoon after streaming, I had to shower and, wash the city off me. My clothes were still warm from the dryer. It was kind of weird. But I feel like the concrete really holds the heat. I remember one time I had taken the bus to New York City to stay with my aunt. And we got to New York at like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night in June. And because it had been hot for so many days prior to that, the city was just like an oven at night. There was like no respite. The concrete radiates heat. I can't wait to walk downtown in July. I'm gonna be wearing like a Hooters outfit because I'm not gonna be wearing a Hooters outfit, but
It's short season, Charlie. It's your favorite.
yep. This is the time of year where all the hair grows back on my legs. I feel like back to Trader Joe's, really does have the best assortment of snacks. We used to kind of shop at Trader Joe's, but I feel like I save more money by doing daily or every other day shopping instead of a whole haul. Like an old German lady going to the market every day. Imagine your poor little dog paws. When we walk our dogs, well, today is probably fine, but like when it gets up into the high 80s, like we try to walk them really early in the morning and then kind of maybe at like 5 or something.
Well, probably a little later than 5.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they don't
Lately it's pretty sunny out.
they don't really care. They truthfully don't care. They want to go out there anyway. And then you get out and you know the sidewalk. Right? I also I can't be that planful about food. Because if it's like something really special, I could go and get the ingredients and I'd say like make it for like 2 days from now. But I couldn't like for the entire week not want to be flexible every night with my meal.
Well, in Los Angeles, there are so many grocery stores within a small radius.
Mary, me too. But I gotta tell you, I have shoes for one of my dogs. My other dog would bite my face off if I tried to put a shoe or a harness on him. So we also we have a shady route that we walk.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing LA could definitely use is
I noticed that Beverly Hills has a lot of trees.
more trees.
A canopy of trees on every street. But this is what I did kind of learn from that
I think there
bus
might be a
tour.
law now in LA where if you're building a parking lot, you have to have a certain amount of trees for every amount of spaces.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That sounds very California.
I'd like to see more of it, to be honest. I think we need to get rid of some of this concrete and grow gardens.
So we'd be walking through like a garden right now?
No, but like, sure.
You could
why
just
not?
walk with a shopping
Yeah,
basket over
actually-
your arm and
actually,
pick corn.
Sure, if the garden was producing fruit and vegetables that people could eat,
Don't you ever wonder
I mean,
about
there would be an abundance.
the
It's almost-
stuff that's growing right next to the 101 freeway that ends up with particulate matter? Like there are tons of oranges and lemon trees in our neighborhood, but
They want each and every one of us to have a credit score, but not a garden. Sorry. Is it possible to walk the block on Gramercy and north of Wilshire?
Gramercy is to the left. We are
We're
at
a little bit.
we're at Third.
We're a little. Huh?
We're at Third. Gramercy is a block in. Do you know if it was it at Wilshire? Because we're already quite far from Wilshire.
Yeah, we are kind of far from Wilshire. I mean,
But hey, Mike,
far enough. But we come around here often, and so we would love to check that out in a future stream.
Gramercy is kind of a beautiful little pocket street in some spots, actually. There's a library on there.
Thanks for joining, Mike. Yeah, Gramercy, 3 blocks to the west.
Well, we'll walk 3 blocks to the west. Just 3 blocks. Actually, we do have to be somewhere. But Mike, please watch again. We live in this neighborhood, so we walk there all the time, or walk around here all the time. And if you're on, just remind us. I know I'm about to walk in front of the green light. When did you used to spend time with your grandmother there?
Yeah, Mike C, we're always happy to take recommendations. And we end up usually fulfilling them.
We are actually on a bit of a delay though, so you see us like a minute after. So it may appear that we're closer to Wilshire than we are at this time. That delay helps the stream to be very solid when it's solid.
You mean the quality?
Yeah. Solid quality. That's okay. It's okay to be old. I was alive in the 70s. I'm not ashamed. I feel like saying you're alive in the 70s is what saying you were alive in the 60s was in the 80s. Like, it's cool. 70s was a cool time. A really interesting time, probably for Los Angeles and Wilshire Boulevard also. I would really love, have you ever there's a lot of videos of, not videos, but there's a lot of movies of people driving down Wilshire in the 50s, 40s, downtown LA. They just never go off onto the little side streets.
I don't know.
Huh?
That girl in the car was
Oh.
just like,
Rocking out.
felt like a celebrity saying hi. She's like, hey, I vlog. Or she said, hi, vlog.
Oh. Is this a vlog?
Vlog? It's a live vlog. You're live vlogging.
It is a really charming neighborhood. And on some of those little streets, they're pretty preserved. So they look the way they Look, with those old, cool apartment buildings.
We're always looking for new spots to check out, so thanks again, Mike. I guarantee Charlie will end up going there.
We won't stop until we explore every inch. And that way, somebody has recorded what LA was like in 2025. After we do that, I'll probably stop making the channel. I think around the Olympics, we should have covered the entire.
By then you'll have a press pass.
Uh-huh.
Although I don't know if we want to support the Olympics. I'm just kidding.
That's awesome. It sounds like a great memory. Also, like, I really have a lot of sort of nostalgia, I guess, for a time and place I really don't know. I feel very nostalgic towards like 70s Los Angeles and Hollywood and 80s Los Angeles, because that was probably what Los Angeles was. That was probably the version that was fed to me when I was a kid. But I do think of that time here very fondly.
Time changes.
Oh, that's really cool. I couldn't imagine Jamie Lee Curtis living in anywhere but the Valley for some reason, or Beverly Hills.
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh. Because you just imagine her being chased by Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm. So I imagine her in South Pasadena.
Are you gonna see her new movie?
What is it called?
Freaky Friday 2?
No, Freaker Friday. No, unfortunately, I probably won't see Freaker Friday.
I don't know. I wouldn't count on that.
I saw Jamie Lee Curtis a couple times when I worked in Beverly Hills. Very nice lady, but kind of crazy, in a kooky movie star kind of way. But I wouldn't say she's down to earth, but I would say that she was pretty sweet, cool, and nice.
Not you with the gossip.
No.
I'm just kidding. The insider scoop.
I never saw any of the Freaky Fridays, including like
That's
the
not
original
true.
one.
That's not true.
What?
We just watched it.
Oh, that's right. I saw Freaky Friday. It's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
I feel like we saw it at Christmas time.
I think we might have, because when we were... Wait, I feel like we watched it when we were staying somewhere that had limited TV.
Hey,
And
Brandon.
it was just like, have you ever seen it?
Well,
And I made you watch it.
it was forgettable.
I made you watch it.
I forgot. Yeah, in the end, they really like
Hey, Brandon.
they make amends and get together. And
Well, there's the original, and then there's like the Disney version.
the Disney version is the original version,
Okay, then there's two Disney versions.
right? Disney made a lot of live action movies in the 70s. Like there
Well,
was
I knew there was a
the Shaggy
original.
DA.
I just didn't know it was Disney.
The Shaggy DA.
Um,
There was a Cat from Outer Space. I can't remember the name of that one. Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday.
That movie was kind of unavoidable during my time. The remake with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
Mary, I don't want you to waste your time watching it. And you know from the very first second
Wait, how did you ruin the ending?
by telling them how they made amends at the end.
Wait, how did it? I didn't miss that part. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, Lindsay and Jamie.
Oh no!
Oh.
Don't spoil
Again.
it again. I mean,
I've been doing something really weird. I'll start watching a movie lately. I watch like 30 minutes of a movie and then I fall asleep. So I watch a movie and it's like a mini series for me. I watch it like over the course of 3 days. But I'll look it up in ChatGPT, not the movie, like plot, but like, I don't know, interesting stuff. I find I use ChatGPT more than I use Google to search for stuff because it's so fast. Oh my gosh, The Incredible Mr. Limpet The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, I loved that. But I love the Incredible Mr. Limpet. I wish I were a fish. Is that what he said? He turns into a dolphin. Don Knotts is my spirit
Are you
animal.
gonna see Karate Kid Legends?
Also, remember how Don Knotts was, oh, you don't remember, but in Three's Company when he took over for Mr. Roper with his flamboyant scarves and what a great
Are you
actor.
gonna see Karate Kid Legends?
No. I did see the original Karate Kid. And that's where I stopped. Yeah.
I think at one point
Mike,
we like were obsessed with all of them, or like wanted to watch them all.
Mike, it's
except for,
really
like,
fast but inaccurate sometimes.
except for the remake that happened in the 20th or in the 2020s, or maybe it was 20.
I think Ralph Macchio was like 48
2010s.
when he made that first Karate Kid. He like is incredibly young looking.
And didn't they like or bring it back with like a show? Isn't there a TV?
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. I've
Cobra
never
Kai.
seen it.
No, me neither.
But I remember loving the original one.
Last night there was quite a lot of helicopter activity in our neighborhood also, which is kind of weird, but we think they
There
were all
always kind of is.
heading towards downtown.
There always kind of is.
Hey Felix. Hey Mike C. Have you ever, like the Dover building is also pretty cool. From like
We almost lived
19.
there.
We almost lived there. We say that like,
Like we were actually, I know, applying or whatever.
well, we did apply.
Did we?
We did.
And we just didn't get it?
We didn't get it because
No.
my credit score was like 20 points below perfect at the time, and they wanted somebody with perfect credit. Here's KFC, and the Colonel Sanders Mausoleum is right on top there.
He lives in that house.
He doesn't live there, that's where
No,
his
he does.
ashes are.
No,
And the recipe for
he never died.
the seasonings. His little red, ooh, look, a Rolls Royce.
What?
His little red sarcophagus up there. Huh? Tomb is what I meant. His little red tomb. Tomb of the View. Looking handsome in his white suit. Did you know that Colonel Sanders and Dave Thomas, Colonel Sanders was Dave Thomas's, like, what's the word? He almost was like an understudy. That's not the word I want to use at all. Dave Thomas was Colonel Sanders' protege. Wendy's exists because Dave Thomas worked with the Colonel. I recently read that. It's like finding out that I also learned last night, or at some point, like that two actors were once roommates. So I heard that the only reason Mark Hamilton got the role for Luke Skywalker was because his roommate was checking out the tryouts that day and told him he should try out. His roommate was Freddy Krueger. Would you ever imagine that that Robert Englund and Mark Hamill were roommates. Mentor is the word I wanted to use. I used to live for KFC as a kid. KFC and Wendy's were like the only fast food restaurants that were kind of out of the way, so they were super special. The bucket. Yeah, I'm not my smartest today, Mike C. Also, just making up the lie about that being where the Colonel Sanders is entombed kind of consumed my brain for other words.
You're spreading fake news.
Fake news. We are pretty much walking home. We're like a mile from here. We're probably gonna sign off on Melrose right at the end of Koreatown, which is coming up. But we're gonna be on tomorrow around 11 o'clock downtown from Hollywood Pride. I'm just gonna double check the time when I get home and
11 is when it starts.
okay,
But
I'm
I
gonna
don't know if we'll be there. It depends how the rest of our day goes.
we're gonna be doing something at Pride. The parade might be interesting, but I've got to tell you, parades on Hollywood Boulevard are so spread out, meaning like a float goes by,
With like 5 minutes in between each one.
5 to 10 minutes in between each one, and everybody fills the street and throws glow-in-the-dark propeller things, although it'll be daytime tomorrow. I love a parade, sort of. So the parade is actually in downtown Hollywood. So 55 years ago
But
on...
not downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, not downtown Los Angeles. 55 years ago, this June was the very first gay pride event ever, and it was held in Los Angeles. So 55 years of gay pride, although that was 6 years before being gay was legal. Kind of interesting. Kind of sounds like a setup. Sure, go ahead and march. We'll have you all in one place.
And remember, Stonewall was a riot. Keep that in mind as you consume the coverage of what's going on today.
Would you expand on that?
I mean, just like...
I think the message you're trying to convey is that protests are necessary, right? I'm sure it will be quieter downtown tomorrow. Next Friday we'll be in Chinatown. We have the Hong Kong, I don't know why I keep saying Hong Kong. We have the Chinatown Punk Mystery Walk. No mystery, just a walk. History walk, maybe? So we'll be downtown. We got a couple days of streaming. I'm gonna try to make it out to the beach one day this week. Maybe Redondo or Manhattan. So we are heading just a block away from Melrose. I'm gonna sign out right now. I'll check you guys out tomorrow midday, a little early in the morning. Mike C, stay tuned. We will
I may or may not be there. I might be sleeping. Just kidding.
I just want to take a second before we go to thank our lovely, lovely members group. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really enjoy making extra videos for you. We're gonna put our fingers in front of there.
One more.
One more because you guys are worth it.
You can see through my fingers.
Right? That's Joseph's fingerprint. And if it was your first time here, thanks for signing in. subscribing, I mean, and chatting. Walking in LA. We will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Great one.
Talk to you soon, Koreatown. Be careful downtown.
Bye, Mike C. Bye,
Bye, Mike
Carrie.
C.
Bye, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
We gotcha. Have an awesome Saturday. We'll see you Sunday.